Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going through my updated Clashfronts teams now using 4 Graveborn teams. I have 4 teams using the Graveborn Phantom and I've come up with a good pay-to-win set and then also a free-to-play set. The free-to-play one will only have 3 Graveborn teams because there's just not enough, heroes built up for a free-to-play player. Okay, so we are going to lead it off with the free-to-play teams because that will be more relatable. Now, I will have a formation ID. There are 5 teams here. You can pick and choose depending on which heroes you have. So the first team is going to be the Shadewing team. Now, Shadewing with the Graveborn Phantom is arguably the strongest combo because you're going to get the debuffs off right from the beginning of the match and get the full value of the Graveborn Phantom at that point. Also, we do have Damon in here to be buffing up Graveborn Phantom further and protecting him, and Twins as well for the buff. And then I'm throwing in Velka here because we want to make 3 Graveborn teams, so we don't want to put all of our strongest heroes in one team. Velka is not bad. She's going to be a bit of a tank. She's going to be providing attack speed buff even to your Graveborn Phantom. And then we also have Celise. I know these are free-to-play teams technically. If you don't have Celise, you can replace her for some other support basically. It doesn't matter that much. She's basically here in the role to be healing the team, and also she provides some attack buff, with her more upgraded skills. And so that is the whole idea behind this team comp, and it should be really good for you. Moving on to Team 2. Team 2 is going to be a Siren Theodore combo, but also again with the Graveborn Phantom. We know the Graveborn Phantom works really well with Siren because he AoE debuffs enemies with attack speed early on into the match, and so you're going to get really good value from that. Along with that though, we're running Callan, who is a really good tank. I know again this is a free-to-play team, but this is more like a mid-level of teams. You should have Supreme Plus skill upgrade on your Callan. Even if you don't, you can try running this team, but it won't be as effective, because the upgrade is pretty big. But we're running it with the Bulwark spell to make Callan even tankier, giving him more shielding, and the whole team actually shields a lot. Theodore shields himself and his lieutenant. Shamira will even self-shield, and so with all of that, basically some percentage of that shield is just going to be applied as a bonus to Callan, and that will be effective. Callan is just basically here to stall and buy enough time for your Graveborn Phantom and Siren's debuffs to nuke everything, and Theodore's Siren combo is also going to be a kill threat. We have Shamira here as well. Shamira is going to pretend, if she can get off an ultimate, that's another kill threat that you have. But really, it's more about just casting her skills early on. The Graveborn Phantom will be killing the enemies really quickly. Okay, moving on to Team 3. Team 3 is going to be a Bonnie, Nero, Citrana team because this one actually works very effectively as well basically for this Graveborn Phantom. The way you do it is you have Bonnie as a hero targeted with the Spirit Mark. She's going to apply her debuff, and then you have Nero and Citrana to spread the debuffs. Nero deals AoE magical damage if you have a Supreme Plus skill upgrade, so Nero needs to be at his Supreme Plus skill upgrade if you want to run this team. But then he's going to spread the debuffs. Citrana also, she's going to apply magic sparks onto your team. That is going to be further debuffs onto the enemy, and Nero is going to spread them as well very effectively. We have Ravio in the back just to buff up the Graveborn Phantom and then the Bonnie. That's going to be effective, and just really overall solid team. Light Tail spell, really good artifact option, especially if you want to give some more survival to the team and throw it up front just to protect the Nero. So this is going to be another great Graveborn team you can run. Now we've run out of Graveborn options because, okay, there are more Graveborn heroes, and for my pay-to-win comp, like I said, I have 4 teams. However, honestly speaking, these other heroes are not great in PvP. Igor is the only exception. He can be good, but there are a lot of players out there who haven't even prioritized Igor, and even if you have, these other teams are great. You could slot him in to replace one other Graveborn hero if you want to in one of the teams. It may be better, but the other heroes are solid as well. Right. Okay, so we have a Pandora Tassi combo. I know Tassi isn't the most free-to-play friendly. However, I wanted to just come up with 5 Vanguard free-to-play to mid-level budget teams, and in order to do that, I had to run Tassi here. So Pandora giving the charms to Tassi, and then the Bloom Mother giving her Spirit Mark to Tassi to boost the ultimate damage. Iron will take a Lily May interruption or just crowd control enemies. Almas will tank, and then we have Aurora here as well, a hero that people are investing into, and she can summon her summons. And while Tassi also is just going to be soloing the enemies, the Aurora summons can keep getting value. And we're running with Star Shower because very offensive nuking team as soon as Tassi comes out of the box. Okay, now team number 5. This is going to be with the leftover heroes, and it's not even that bad, honestly. Zany, I'm now considering to that free-to-play mid-level hero, which a lot of people, like, we've had a lot of time and priority for Zany to be high, and most people now do have Zany up to a Supreme or Supreme Plus. Basically, the idea behind this comp is Gala is your carry, Lily May is your utility and interruption, Zany is basically your tank, yeah, because you're using her towers. They'll deal a bit of damage, provide some utility, but they're mainly here to just tank and buy enough time for your Gala to get off her ultimate, and then that should be your win condition. We also have Sigmund, who is, again, he's just here to tank, and we have Rowan boosting him. If Sigmund can do anything, that's great. Otherwise, we're just basically trying to buy enough time for Gala to kill everyone. That's the whole idea behind this comp, and Lily May also is going to be good here. So running with Mana Spell, that is going to give attack and energy recovery to charge up ultimate faster, and also a temporary stab buff for Lily May to boost her damage. And so there we have it. Basically, 5 great free-to-play teams that you will be able to run for Clashfronts, and 3 of them being Greyborn Phantom teams. Now, we're going to show you the pay-to-win teams that I've come up with, and some of them I've been cooking in the kitchen. Maybe I've cooked too long, maybe the dish is overdone, but at the same time, maybe the dish is just right, and this is the amount of cooking that was needed. So team number 1 is going to be very similar to the free-to-play team number 1, but using Mihira rather than Sleaze. I think Mihira is better because Mihira is going to crowd control the enemies at the beginning of the match, also apply debuffs to boost the damage you deal to them, and for a team like this, especially Greyborn Phantom team, there's nothing that you can get better than just delaying the enemy, providing enough time for your Greyborn Phantom to begin nuking the enemies, because within 5 seconds into the match, Greyborn Phantom is going to be killing enemies. There's no question about it. The enemies are dying. So Mihira is going to buy you that 2.5 seconds at the beginning of the fight and allow you to get set up and begin bursting. So that is why I run Mihira here, but you don't have to run her. Like we said, Sleaze would be a good option, or any other support if you don't even have Sleaze. So this is with the Earthshell spell again for that additional protection. We talked about a lot of this team comp in the free-to-play team number 1. So moving on to team number 2, very similar again. However, we're going pay to win, right? And in pay to win, rather than running Theodore, I'm going all in on this this Phantom. So we have Gunner to boost the attack and attack speed of the Phantom and provide him invincible and steadfast, right? That is really strong, because the whole idea behind all these Greyborn Phantom comps, you need a hero with Spirit Mark to basically apply the debuffs, and that's Siren's job. But as soon as that is done, all it comes down to is your Greyborn Phantom able to survive long enough to kill the entire enemy team? And Gunner is going to protect him like no other hero can. And we have Callan as well for more shielding with the Bulwark spell. There's going to be a lot of shielding on this team. Again, Shamir will have self-shielding. The Gunner is going to shield all allies behind him with absolute defense. We have Ludovic to heal everyone right from the beginning of the match. And so this is going to be a very effective team. But again, you do not have to run Gunner. You can run Theodore in front of Siren like in the free-to-play team number 2. But this is just a more pay-to-win option. Okay, team number 3 is going to be the Nero, again, Nero Bonnie comp. So in this one, I opted not to go for Satrana because Satrana is good in this comp. However, I have leftover Celestial Hypogeans, which I want to utilize, and overall, they're going to be even more effective because, again, what is the idea behind this comp? We have 2 Celestial Hypogeans in here just to protect the team. We have ranged defense buff from Kulu and putting up the wall to protect against melees and also ranged heroes. And then we also have Dawnlinger to block against insta ultimates or Theodore Siren combos, enemy Pandoras. Like, Dawnlinger is protecting us. And so it buys us enough time that my Bonnie is going to be able to apply her first debuff and Nero is going to be able to spread it. And that's the whole idea behind this comp. So it is an effective team. I did a bit of testing in dual battle. Thorin also, the thing is we don't have so many Greyborn heroes to go around. We have to run, you know, not the top tier Greyborn heroes. We have to run basically anything that is decent enough in PvP. And Thorin is decent enough. He's going to protect the Nero and he's going to tank a bit. And that is his whole job. And actually, he can outstall the enemy, like, because sometimes you might finish off like 3 or 4 enemies and then have the damage ticking, damage over time from Bonnie, and then Thorin's just survival and resiliency is just going to be able to then clean up, you know, or basically wait for the enemy to die. So that's the whole idea behind this comp. We have Dunlinger allowing, so it's a bit awkward because like Nero's not going to be able to get his insta ultimate, but honestly, usually that doesn't make much of a difference. And if Kulu can get off an ultimate, that's another win condition. Okay. Team 4. Team 4 is bottom of the barrel Greyborn heroes. However, it's not even that bad. I'm not, like, for example, I could have ran a 5th Greyborn team, but I'm like, that would be insanity because there's literally nothing left. Like, these heroes, Carolina, Viperon, Salazar, even though I have them Paragon upgraded, they would literally just be meat shields, not really doing anything. Carolina was something I was thinking about because eventually she can magic defense shred, but it takes some time, and also she has really low range. Like, if you guys didn't know, Carolina, she has a problem of a 4 range. She has same range as Shamira, and in the meta where now people are running Alnas a lot, that becomes a 2 range, and so like Carolina, it's going to be very hard for her to actually do anything. Anyway, enough about Carolina. We're talking about this comp. So the comp is Alna has instant haste debuff to all enemies, and so she is a great ally target for the Graveborn Phantom. So that is our plan. We also have Saida protected by Alna. So that Saida, a secondary win condition is Saida's 3 ultimates going off. We have Resonating Spell to give more energy recovery rate to the Saida. This is a pay to win artifact of this week. If you don't have it, you can run the Mana Wake spell. Mana Wake spell would be like the second best option in my opinion. Resonating is the best, I think. And then we have Igor. He's a bit of a tank, pseudo tank, and basically stall factor, which works out well with this team. And then we have these 2 crazy heroes on the side, Sylvina and Isabella. So Isabella, her charms basically boost the melee damage of the hero in front of her. And so I like position them off to the side here so Sylvina can jump some enemy here, maybe even a backline target. That would be ideal. And she get the boost from the charms. Isabella also is gonna further boost or basically become companions with the Igor, and that is also gonna be value because Igor is probably gonna survive for quite some time on this fight. And that's the whole team comp basically. I think overall, like I said, even though it looks pretty sad, a team like this, I genuinely do not think this is weak. I definitely think it can hold its own against even top tier meta PvP teams because of how strong the Graveborn Phantom is, and because this is not the most terrible comp. Overall, there's quite a bit of synergy here. And then finally, team 5 is just my Perseus comp with Lily May and Ravion Zandra, because I really like this team. It's very strong. It's not ultimate dependent, because Perseus can just nuke enemies really, really quickly, especially with the Ravion buffs, Star Shower artifact. And then we do have the Bloom Mother, level 90 Phantom. She's going to give her ultimate damage boost and energy recovery to Laika, because Laika can get off an ultimate pretty early on in the fight, especially with the Supreme Plus skill upgrade, that greater starting initial energy, and like that can swing the tides of a fight. A Laika ultimate that might just be able to nuke some enemies. So there we have it, guys. Those are the free to play and pay to win teams I've come up with. You may look at these teams and be like, have I lost it? But honestly, I think these are going to be really good. I want to look at, we have a raid and we have a Nemesis who's fairly strong. As you guys see here, a Pandora Tossi team. I'm going to attack it with maybe what might be considered one of my weaker teams. I'm going to attack it with the Alna Saida because the Sylvina and Isabella look really strange, right? But I'm going to show you that a team like this is going to work really well. So Tossi survives in the end, and we can watch the replay. We're going to watch the replay after we're done with this, so you guys can see how it actually works in action. So we look at the history here and watch this replay. Okay, and now all the damage is a Graveborn Phantom, by the way. Okay, so Iron is going to crowd control me. Okay, Igor doesn't get controlled. Look, the debuffs have already spread, and 5 seconds into the match... 5 seconds into the match... Whoa, look, at there's a skill cast of our Phantom. And our Phantom is pretty well protected, even though Isabella went down because she was like off to the side. Phantom was not really at risk of dying. Igor was going to tank out for him fairly well. And there we have it. So it's all about protecting your Phantom, and your Phantom is going to carry you. Look at that. It's all the Phantom damage. So you just provide the debuffs for him with your Spirit Marked hero, and then you protect him. And it's as simple as that. And if for whatever reason he dies, maybe he can kill off a few enemies, and Saida can then solo, like with her 3 ultimates, right? That's the whole plan. So anyway, guys, hopefully this video is helpful. Good luck this week in Clashfronts. If there's any other team ideas you have, feel free to share them in the comment section. You can even share a formation ID that you made, and people can copy it and check it out themselves. So that's always appreciated and interesting. So thank you guys for watching. That's going to be it for this video. And if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated, and all the event bundles are available on the Farlight store as well. So thank you guys for watching. That is going to be it for this video, and until then, the next one, everyone, peace out for now.